Hello everyone. Welcome to this particular webinar. This side Manoj Sharma. I'm technical manager at Creo Tech Systems. So today we will have a deep dive into this Creo piping module. Okay, so I will quickly share my screen. I hope it is visible to you, right? So again, team, good afternoon to all. This side Manoj Sharma. Okay, so for today's webinar, this is our brief agenda. Firstly, we will quickly cover the introduction part. Then we will also discuss what are the challenges coming when we talk about the pipe design itself. Then we will also discuss like what are the capabilities into this Creo parametric. Then we then we also discuss the module or the solution which is available into the Creo. Then also we will have a complete deep dive with the Creo piping module, and in the between or at the last wherever is required. If you guys having any doubt, you can put them into the chat area, right? Okay, so if I cover the introduction part, so at Creo Tech Systems India, we are basically value-added reseller partner for the PTC, Hexagon, Autodesk, and Keyshot. We will also provide the software trainings and implementation services. Means if you are like inside your team member, inside your organization, if suppose you need some trainings on this, like suppose the Creo or the Hexagon product or the Autodesk product, then you can connect with us. Also, we will provide the engineering design services. And locally, we are available at New Delhi, Noida, Kolkata, Chandigarh, Mumbai, and Pune. Right? Then some persons like have asked me like, boss, okay, what is this particular piping module, or do we really need any special module or any special extension which is having the piping module? Because in every CAD software, we are having several commands, like we are able to generate or we are able to create the 3D sketches. Then there are several commands like we are having this sweep command, or suppose some blend or some loft command is there. So we can use these particular commands to create some of the piping also. So is there really a need to having a several extension or a special extension which is having the piping capabilities? So guys, like before answering your query, I would like to show you one video. And I think this particular video is self-sufficient to answer your queries, right? So just have a look to this particular video. You can see in this particular example, there are a lot of industrial piping is involved. You can see there are many pipes, the elbow, the reducer, the valves. So all these things like the several fittings and very dense piping is there. So if you want to perform this type of piping with your assembly, within your CAD environment, then it is not possible to perform this type of piping by using your regular commands. So to have this type of piping, you must have one specialized module. And this Creo piping module is very much help you to create or to generate these type of pipings, right? Then there are some challenges which we have for specific with the piping industries. So you will agree me like this, it is completely different from a normal 3D part design. Like in normal 3D part design, we are having suppose some sheet metal capabilities, some surfacing capabilities are there. And suppose we are creating one sketch, giving the dimension, then we can generate our 3D part. And then if required, we can create several assemblies by using this 3D part. But this piping design, believe me, it is completely different from this normal pipe design. Also, we have to handle multiple CAD formats, because when we talk about the pipe design, and there are several type of fittings are also available. Sometimes we create our own fittings. Sometimes we have to download from some third party website like the GrabCAD or something like that. Sometimes one supplier uh, supplied me the CAD model of all these pipings and all these things. So your software has to handle like different type of CAD formats, right? Then if you talk about the piping library, your software must have some inbuilt piping library, because every time you don't want to create your own pipe fitting, your elbows, your valves, so you simply don't want to create that. So it is also challenge that does your software having a specific piping library, right? Then also it is required to having the specialized pipe tools, because you want to uh, set the material for the pipe, what is your band radius, what is your pipe thickness, what is the OD of the pipe, like what is the cross section of the pipe. Suppose you want to route your rectangular pipe, or like suppose some circular pipe is there. Suppose if you want to plate place between the band radius, the miter joints are there. Suppose you want to create your own pipe design rules. So your piping module or your software must have these specialized piping tools, right? Then there must be option for quickly and accurately create the drawings for the manufacturing informations, because once you route all this pipe into the 3D design, then your software must be capable to generate the 2D drawings automatically, and also it must have different manufacturing information. Suppose some band table are there, some band locations are there, some specific piping bomb must be there. So these are generally the challenges which people ask me when we talk about this piping design, right? Then if I particular talk about the PTC Creo, so PTC Creo is a complete suite for design and the simulation capabilities, and also supporting the different product development capabilities. Like you can start from the concept design, then you are able to generate the complete detailed design, which is having a combination of a 3D part, then the assembly, then the automatic 2D drawings. Then the software is also capable to having the different type of validation or the simulation. Means you are able to perform the static analysis, the fatigue analysis, the buckling load analysis. Suppose some thermal simulation if you want to perform, suppose some model analysis if you want to perform. So all these capabilities are inbuilt with this Creo parametric. Then after designing, after validation, suppose with regard to this communication purpose, if you need some solution, suppose you are a SPM manufacturer, after design your complete machine, when you are going to deliver this particular machine to your customer. So suppose that time you will require some instruction manual, service manual, maintenance manuals, all these type of documentation if you really required. Then this software is also having these communication capabilities. Then also software is having the capabilities for this manufacturing domain. Suppose you are into this sheet metal working and you want to perform some nesting onto that, so then the software is able to do that. Suppose you are some mold maker, you want to perform some ADM operation during the design of this particular mold, so this software is also having the capabilities for all these things, right? Then there are some key functionalities with this Creo parametric, like the software is also having the augmented reality capabilities, the simulation capabilities are there, having the complete library for pipe fitting, the structural components, and also the ergonomic analysis capabilities are there. But today we will having a deep dive with this Creo piping and design capabilities, which is nothing but a specific module with the Creo parametric, which will help you to do the 3D pipe routing with your assembly, right? Okay, then there are some key capabilities with this Creo pipe design module. Like this particular extension or this particular module will help me to automated routing referencing with a 2D schematic logic. Means if suppose you are having some 2D schematic diagram, then this particular extension will help you to generate a 3D assembly by taking the reference of this 2D schematic diagram. Then you can easily visualize and edit your drag handles and on the fly editings during the routing or of your pipe. You can easily use your drag handles to change the length of the pipe, or like to change the direction of the pipe, and on the fly if required you can make the addition of them. Suppose sometime you want to change the direction of that particular pipe, suppose sometime you want to change the length of that particular segment, so that is possible. Also, you are having the capability for creation of line stock and the weight per unit length. This line stock is nothing but basically having the complete and the detailed information of this particular pipe routing. Means in this particular line stock, you are able to decide or you are able to define the pipe diameter, the thickness, the material for that particular pipe, also the weight of per unit length of the pipe, so that at the end of the day you are also able to calculate the weight of your piping assembly itself, right? Seems interesting. Yeah. So also we are having the options like when we are creating this particular pipeline. So also we are having the options so to insert the fitting, different type of installations are there. If you are branching to particular pipe, if you want to connect to particular pipe, so all these options are there. Then one more interesting fact is there, that is a pipe check rules. Means after the creation of your complete pipe assembly, there are some pipe check rules are there. So this particular pipe check rules will help you in deciding like suppose somewhere have you missing any fitting, or suppose you're violating any particular rule which you have created during the creation of that line stock. Suppose you're violating the total segment length of your rule, right? Then also it is having the capabilities to faster creation of fully associative drawing and the manufacturing deliverables. Means at the end of the day, or after the your piping is created, then you are able to generate 2D manufacturing drawing, the automated 2D manufacturing drawing, which is also having the band table, the band location table, the line stock table, all these things, right? Okay, so now we will quickly jump with the detailed demo where I will quickly explain you how can we work with this particular piping module. Okay, and then how can we create our own fittings, how can we create our own line stocks. I will explain all these things to you. Okay, so I will quickly jumping with this piping module. Okay, and also like before that, I will also like to show you one example for the same. Just allow me a second. So yeah, I'm sure you are able to see my screen, right? Okay, so I'm having this particular use case or this particular example of the power plant. This, as you can see, there is like so much dense piping is available here. Like as you can see, so much structure is available there. And if I talk about the different type of pipings, now, so you can see different type of like valves are there. If I talk about the joints or like the elbows or like the branching and the connections are there. So you can see like if you want to perform these type of piping with your Creo parametric, so it is very much easier. It is very much possible, right? So for your reference, I'm having one image, and in today's this particular training session, we will try to create this type of piping in our Creo parameter, right? So I will quickly start with a fresh example. So this is my Creo parametric screen is available here. I will simply go with this open button, and from here I will simply select the type with the assembly, and I will select my main assembly which is available here. I can also check the preview for the same, and I can click the open. So as you can see, this particular structure is available here. I have created this particular structure by using the framework command inside this Creo parametric. So once your structure is ready, then you can simply create your pipe inside this particular structure. So you can use your structure, you can use your SPM machine, or like if you simply want to create only the pipes, so that is also possible, right? As my experience, I will simply suggest you like before moving with the piping environment, first you can create one sub-assembly into this assembly environment so that it will help you to generate the drawings for the piping itself, right? So for create any sub-assembly, I will simply go with this create new button, which is available here. So I will go with this create new button, select the sub-assembly option, which is available here, and the file name I am entering like this is my piping one. Okay. Then for the template, I'm choosing my own standard template. And okay. Then to apply the mate, I will simply go with this default constraint type, and I will hit the okay. So now you can see this piping assembly is available here. Right now, to moving with the piping environment, or to moving or to working with the piping module inside this assembly environment, you have to go with this applications. Then under this application, you will find this piping module, which is available here. So you can go with this piping option, right? Now, if you want that your all pipes will be generated under this particular assembly, so you have to activate this piping assembly, which we have created earlier. Now, so you simply have to activate this piping assembly. So to activate this particular assembly, I will select that and go with activate button. Right now, you can see all the other things are dim, and this is our piping module, which is available here. From this particular button, we can done this setup. right? Then here we can do the all the modifications from here. Then with using this particular segment, we can create our pipelines, like by using this particular button, we can create the pipeline. Then by using these particular commands, we can modify or we can edit these pipeline. Also, if you want to apply some fittings, so for that the command or the options are available here. And also we are having some fabrication option. If you want to solidify your pipe, if you want to apply some insulation to your pipeline, if you want to apply different type of welds to your pipeline, if you automatically want to create the drawing, so for all these things the options are available here. If you want to go with the information of your pipeline, if you want to check with your pipe design rule, your piping information, so all these complete detailed information is available here, right? Now, before starting the pipe, some prerequisites are there. So first, you have to create one line stock. This line stock is nothing but it basically having all your design information or your design rules, then also having your pipeline information, like what is the OD, what is the material, what is the thickness, what is your band radius. So all these things you have to create inside that line stock. Now there is no requirement to again and again create that line stock, or like suppose someone can ask me like, boss, every time when I want to route some pipes, so that time I have to create that line stock. No, it is not required. Only one time you have to create your line stock. Then you can save this line stock into your library, and then you can simply call that particular line stock every time when you want to work with this piping environment. You can simply go with this setup and you can call your previously existing line stock. Okay, so I will show you how can we create our own line stock, how can we save that, and how can we call the previously created line stocks. Okay, so to work with the line stock, we have to go with the setup. Then the line stock is available here. To create any new line stock, you have to go with this create button. To call your previously existing line stock, you have to go with this read button. So first I will show you how can we create our own line stock. We can click on this create, then there is a line stock name. So suppose I'm keeping it as Manoj underscore one like this, or like suppose Manoj underscore, suppose OD I'm going to choose, suppose like this 15 suppose thickness I'm going to choose, suppose 0.5. So something like that. I'm keeping the name of this line stock, then hit the OK. Oh, so basically it is not considering the parameters. So what I will do, like Manoj underscore suppose 15 underscore suppose 5, something like that. And hit the OK. Then inside this particular dialog box, you can see there are the material information is available here. So if you want to apply some material to this particular pipeline stock, so you can go with this folder button, and from here you can apply different type of material to your pipeline, right? Once it is done, then from here you can choose what type of cross section you want, either it is rectangular or like it is circular, then like it is a hollow pipe or the solid pipe. And then from here you can enter the OD and the thickness for your pipe. Suppose I'm keeping the OD as like 15, thickness as 0.5. Then from here you can choose like what type of pipe you will simply want to route. Suppose there are some rigid pipe or some straight pipe, then the option is available here. Suppose if you want to route some flexible pipe, suppose for example some type of like hose pipe, if you want to route, then the option is your flexible. So you can simply select in that case flexible also, right? If your pipe is only having the bands, then this you have to check this band option. Suppose if your pipe is also having different type of fittings, some elbows, some reducers, some valves are there, so then you also have to check this fitting option. Then there is an option for weight per unit length, means what is the weight for 1 length of the pipe. You have to enter that value here, so that once your pipe is solidified, then you are also able to calculate the weight for that particular pipeline. Okay, then there are some options for the band radius. So I'm keeping some standard band radius value. Suppose like my pipeline will have suppose like this 20, 30, 40, 50. Suppose these all are the band radius. Then these are the band angle values. If your pipeline is also having some miter cuts, then the information can be entered here. Now, if you want to save this particular line stock, then the button is available here. You can simply click on this particular button and you are able to save this particular line stock at your designated folder. Okay, so I'm quickly escaping this. I don't want to save this particular one. I only want to use this particular one into this current assembly. So I can only hit the OK and I can hit the done. Now, if I'm going to expand this particular piping assembly, so you can see this particular line stock is available here. Okay. If you want to call your existing line stocks, then the options are available here. You can simply go with this setup. Again, line stock, then you can go with this read button, right? I will go with this read button, select all my previous existing line stocks which are available here. I'll simply use my shift button, select all these and go with this open and click done. Now you can notice that all these line stocks are available here. Okay, so there is no need to again and again create the line stocks. Only one time you can create the line stock. Then by using this setup, line stock and read button, you can call all your existing line stocks. Right? Now to start creating your pipelines, you have to go with this create pipe button. Suppose if I'm taking the reference of this particular image, so you can see one box is available here. And from this particular box, suppose I want to route this particular pipe. This is small pipe. Okay, so I will show you how can we write this particular pipe. So for that, first I will switch on my coordinate systems. And as you can see, this particular control box is, we are having several ports are available here. And on every particular port, right, we are having a separate coordinate system. So the coordinate system is mandatory to start creating your pipes. And also your z-axis must be in outward direction. Okay, if you are having any difficulties in routing this coordinate system, no, so you can separately ping me, or you can check my other videos, or you can access with this PTC help desk or other YouTube pages which are available, which can simply guide you like how can we create these coordinate system. Okay, so in this particular thing, I'm not going to tell you like how can we create this coordinate system. Otherwise, so this particular training session is very lengthy. Okay, so first we have to create the coordinate system on these every port or like in on every connectors, right? So coordinate system is available here, which is having the z axis outward. Okay, so now to start creating your pipeline, what you have to do, you can go with this create pipe, and here you can enter your pipeline name. So suppose I'm keeping it as pipe underscore one. So this is my pipeline name. Or like you can enter the from and to information also, so that it will be great to recognize your pipeline. Okay, I can hit the OK. From here, you can choose your line stock. So I'm having different type of line stock according to the diameter of the pipes. So for this particular pipeline, I will go with this MS10. So MS is nothing but basically your mild steel or the material of the pipe, and 10 I'm keeping it as OD. Okay, so I'm choosing MS10. Now I have to define a start point for the same, like from where I want to start my pipe. So I will go with this set start, and I am choosing any one of these coordinate system. This is simply my start point, means by this particular point, I want to route my pipe. So I will select this coordinate system, go with, okay. So this point is set as my start point. Now to start creating your pipe, you have to go with this extend button, which is available here. You'll simply click on this extend button. So now you can see one dragger is available towards the Z axis. So you can click and hold this particular direction to start creating your pipe like this. Then the distance you can enter manually at this particular point. Suppose here I can entering simply 500, pressing the enter. So this pipe is created, which is having a length of 500 mm. Right? Then to create this particular pipe, I can hit on this apply button. So now you can notice this pipeline is created, and also we are having the three options X, Y, Z, and Z. These are nothing but basically your dimension. So now you can start creating your pipeline either in X direction or in Y direction or in Z direction. Suppose now you want to move to slide this left direction. So this is my X direction. So you can simply click and hold this particular arrow and start moving your mouse. So like this, you are able to create your pipeline. Also, if required, you can enter the values from here. Suppose I want to go with this 1500 mm, hit the enter, go with apply. So your pipe is created like this. Okay. Now suppose I want to move with this this upward direction. So you can see this upward direction is nothing but basically your Z direction. So You can enter some values into the Z direction if you want to go with this opposite side or the upward side. So Z value will be in minus. So suppose I'm keeping it as minus 800, simply hitting the enter, you will notice that your pipe is created like this. Go with apply. Now suppose I'm opening it like this and then apply. Once done, you can go with this cancel button. So you can see your pipeline is created like this. Currently, it is only available as a sketch. If you want to have a complete 3D look, so for that, the pipe thicken or like the display thick pipe option is available here into your graphics toolbar. So if you are going to enable this, you can see your complete 3D pipe, which is available here. Right? So I'm simply offing my display from here. So currently it is showing only as per your line diagram. Anytime if you want to do some modification to these existing pipeline, suppose if you want to change this particular length, so you can go with your model tree and there are different this pipe extension IDs are available here. You can simply select that one by one. Suppose if you want to do the modification to the length of this particular one, so you can select that from your model tree, go with this edit and simply you can change this particular dimension. Suppose I want to go with this like 1200. Type enter. Okay. So like this, you can change the length of any particular segment if you want. Suppose I'm keeping it as suppose 600 minus 600. Like this, you can make the changes if required. Okay. Now suppose I want to route another pipe from this particular coordinate system. As you can see from this particular image, there is a thicker pipe is available. Then there are some reducers are available. Then a medium size of pipe is available. So like this, suppose if you want to route, so how can we perform all these things? So for that, I will again go with this create pipe button and I will enter my pipeline name. Suppose this time I will go with this like pipe main. Suppose this is my main pipe underscore one like this. And then I will hit the enter. From here, I can select my line stock. Suppose this time I will go with this MS150 and it is selected. Now to start creating your pipe, you have to go with this set start button, select your coordinate system from where you want to start creating your pipe, then hit the OK. So it is setting as a start point. Then you can go with this extend button and from here you can simply again either enter value from here or like you can using this particular arrow to create your pipe. Okay, once done, you can hit the apply and cancel. So this pipe is created here. If I again enable that thick pipe option, so you can see, you can clearly see the diameter difference. So this particular pipe will have a diameter of 10 mm. This particular will have a diameter of 150 mm. Okay. Now suppose if I want to apply some this type of flange or suppose some this type of reducer to my pipe. So how it is possible? So inside that Creo parametric, you will notice one insert fitting option is available here. Okay, so we can use this insert fitting option to apply different type of flanges, elbow, reducer, valves. So all these things can be applied by using this insert fitting option. So I will simply click on this insert fitting. From here, I can select like what type of fitting I want to create or what type of fitting I want to apply here. So end fittings, like simply if you want to apply some end valves or like flanges, you can go with this end. Suppose some elbow, if you want to apply, then you have to go with this corner. Then the straight break and the straight continuous options are available here. Straight continuous option can be used to apply some type of like clips if you want to apply with your pipe. This straight break option can be used to apply different type of valves with your pipeline. So suppose here I want to apply one flange at this particular end. So I will go with this end button. Then from my fitting directory or from my fitting library, I have to select my fitting. Okay, so I'm having different type of like elbows, the valves, the flange, the reducers. So all these things are already available with me, and then these things are also available with the Creo parametric itself, the inside this basic library. So suppose if I want to apply the flange, so I will select the flange from here. So it is available. Then I can hit the open. From here, I can simply select the size of my flange. If you remember, I am keeping my pipeline size as 150. So the same size of flange, I will keeping it as like it is your flange neck RF steel, which is having of diameter of 150 thinner diameter. So I will simply select that and go with open. Now it is saying me to select the pipe end in the assembly window. So I have to select this particular pipe end like this. Then one separate window is open here, which is asking me for select the entry port. So I have already created one coordinate system and one datum point with this particular flange. So now I only have to select these things. So I will select this coordinate system. I will select this particular point, and you can see my flange is applied here like this. If I am satisfied with the location, I can hit the done. If I want to make some flip, some orientation, if I want to go with, then the options are available here. So suppose this time I will go with this particular orientation and I will hit the done. You will notice that this flange is applied. And if I am checking with this thick pipe option, so you can notice that this is my pipe available here, and here I have applied this particular flange. Okay, now I want to apply some reducer at this particular point. As you can see in this particular image, so there is one reducer is available. So now suppose if I want to apply one reducer at this particular point or at this particular end, so again I have to go with this insert fitting, go with end type of fitting, and from here I can simply select my reducer. So reducer is available here. Okay, I will simply select that and open that. Again, this size I have to go with is this particular size is your 150. Then the next size, suppose I'm keeping it as 100. So I will select the size of my reducer is 150 by 100. Select that, open. Again, I have to select the pipe end and then the point from this particular reducer. So like this, it is applied. I will keeping it as done. Checking the this pipe. So it is like that. Okay, now suppose I'm quickly routing all these pipes, so which are available here. I will show you how can we write all these things. So again, what I will do, I will go with this create pipe button, enter my pipeline name. Suppose this time I will go with this like pipe medium 1. Hitting the enter, my pipeline size will be your 100. Keeping it as 100, then go with the set start. Suppose now I want to route my pipe from this particular coordinate system. So I'm selecting this, go with OK. Once your start point is defined, you can go with this extend button and you can use these draggers to route the pipe. Also, suppose if you want to route your pipe from this point to this point and you don't know the distance from here to here, so then there are several options are available with this extend button. So suppose if I am choosing this particular drop down and go with this along coordinate system, and if I'm going with this offset from reference button, then it will ask me for select a reference. So suppose I'm selecting this particular face as a reference. So now you can notice it is automatically calculate the distance from here to here and asking me for this offset distance. So suppose if I'm keeping this distance as 0, so then the software will automatically route my pipe from this particular coordinate system up to this face if my distance is 0. If I'm keeping it as 100, so now you can notice that this particular offset distance is 100. If I'm going with this like suppose minus 150, I can notice that this particular distance is a minus 150. So like this, you can use all these options which are available here to route your pipe. Then suppose I am keeping it as okay. Then from here you can choose your direction. Suppose if you want to create an upward direction, you can go with this like x-axis. And then suppose for reference, you can choose this particular face. And then this particular distance, suppose you are keeping it as 150 like this. So it simply means that your pipe end point will be at 150 distance from this particular face, right? Then you can hit on the apply. Then now suppose if I want to route in y direction and my face or my reference will be this one, and this particular distance, suppose I want to keep it as 0 or like suppose 100 like this. Then you can hit on the apply. So like this, your pipe is created like this. Now here also at the end, I want to apply this particular flange. So again, for that, I will go with this insert footing, go with end, I can select my flange from here. Now the size of the flange will be 100 because this particular pipeline is having a OD of 100. So flange size will be your 100. Okay, pipe end. And from here, you can select the coordinate system and the point, and the flange will be available like this. Right? Now you will also notice at all these points, there are pipe bands are available. So all these are your pipe band. So if you want to go with pipe band, so that is already there. But suppose at the place of this pipe band, you want to apply some elbows. So there is also an option to apply the elbows. So for to applying the elbows, first you have to delete these bands because already the bands are there. So if you want to apply the elbows, so first you have to delete these bands. So how can we delete these bands? I will show you. I will go with this modify button. From here, I will select my corner. Suppose I'm selecting this corner, hold down the control key, select the another corner, hitting the OK. Then if you want to change the band radius, the options are available here. You can change from here. If you want to simply delete the band and if you want to apply the fittings, so for that the option is available here. So at the place of band, you can choose the fitting, apply and OK. So now you will notice that the band radius is deleted. And if I simply go with this thick pipe display, you can notice the band is not available. So there are some open pipes are available. Right now you are able to apply the elbows at this particular pipe. Okay, I will simply switch off that from here. Now to apply the elbows, you will go with this insert fitting option, then the corner, because the elbows are available inside this corner. So select the corner from here, select your elbow, go with open. From here, you can select your elbow size. So this particular pipeline is having a diameter of 100. So I'm selecting this 100 size. Then go with this open. Now it is asking you for select the pipe corner. So I can select the pipe corner from here, right? So it is available. I can keeping it as done. So now you can notice that your elbow is placed. You can check from here. So like this, you can see your elbow is placed. Okay. Now I also want to place my one elbow at this particular point. So that is again, I will go with this insert fitting corner, select the elbow, select the size, and then choose the corner, and it is automatically applied. If again suppose there are some directional or some other type of issue, then you can change the direction also. I will show you how can we do this. So for this particular, I will go with this OK, and like this your elbow is applied. Now suppose if I want to apply some valves or some other things, like as you can see one valve is applied here. So if you want to apply some valve at this particular point, so for that again you can go with this insert fitting option. And for valves, you can go with this straight break. So what this straight break option will do is it will simply break your pipe at this particular point where you are simply applying your valve. If you go with this straight continuous, it simply means your pipe is not going to break. So generally this straight continuous option is used to apply some clamps or some clips. And then the straight break is option used to apply the valves, right? So I will go with this straight break option. And from here, I will simply select my valve. So inside the library, we are having different type of valves are available. Yeah, so my gate valve is available here. So I will simply select that and open. And from here, I can choose the size. So suppose I want to go with this point, and then it is asking for like select point or the create point. If your pipeline is already having one point, then you can go with this select point option. If pipeline doesn't have any point and on the fly, if you want to create any point, so then the option is available here. So I can select this create point option, which is available here. And now I can simply select my pipeline like this. Then it's asking for like what type, like what are the different methods to create the point. You want to go with this offset or your like length ratio option is there, or like actual length option is there. So you can choose any one of them. Suppose if I'm choosing the length ratio option, it simply means that it is dividing this complete length into different ratios. Means if I go with this 0.5, so it simply create this particular valve at the midpoint, right? Now I can hit the OK. So again, the coordinate system and the point is already available with my valve. So I can simply select that particular point and my valve is going to place like this. Now suppose if you want to change the orientation of this particular wall. Suppose you want to create this particular wall as in a y direction or in vertical direction. So you can simply orient that from here. So the orient button is available here. You can go here, and from here either you can like flip your wall like this, or you can go with this twist button, and from here you can simply enter the value, either like suppose 90-degree, 180-degree, something like that if you want to create. So those options are available here. So I will simply entering the angle value, hitting the done and done and done. So now you can notice your valve is created like this. Now you can have a better look, right? Okay, so this pipeline is created like this. Now suppose I want to create one more pipeline here. Okay, so I will show you how can we create that particular pipeline. So this is your piping 1. Now you want to create this particular, suppose this is your piping 2 or pipeline 2. How to create this particular pipeline? Either I can work with this particular subassembly, or if required, I can create my new subassembly also. So for creating a new assembly, you can go with this like the model, create new, or suppose your pipeline 2. This is nothing but your assembly name. Hit the OK, choose your template. You can go with this default option and hitting the OK. Now you will notice that this pipeline is created. Okay, now if you want to work with this particular pipeline only, so you can simply select that and activate that. Once you activate this particular pipeline, so all the other things are going to dim. So again, you have to start with the 0, means first you have to go with the setup, line stock, you have to call your line stock. So I will go with this read, select all my existing line stocks, go with open and click on this done. So line stocks are called. You can check that from here. Now I want to start created pipe from this particular coordinate system. So I will go with this create pipe, and suppose I will keeping it as pipe main 2, right? Then the size of my pipe can be select from the line stock. So I will go with this MS 150, go with set start, select this particular coordinate system as my start point. Okay, and go with this extend button, right? You can use this particular dragger to extend your pipeline, or you can enter the value from here like this. Apply. So this particular one is created. If you want to add some fittings, so for that the option is available here. Go with insert fitting. Suppose if you want to add some flange, so go with end, select your flange, open, select the size, open, select the pipe end point, and you can select your flange from here. Go with the done. So your flange is applied like this. Want to add some reducer here, so again go with insert fitting and select your reducer from here. So that is available here. Select the proper size, select the end point, and select the point on the reducer. So like this you can add this. Okay, again from here you want to create a different pipe size, so you will again go with this create pipe, then the pipeline name, suppose pipe mid 2 like this. Okay, select your line stock 100, go with set start, select the coordinate system. Okay, then you can extend your pipe like this, right? Apply, suppose now in vertical direction like this, or you can go with this along coordinate system, offset from reference, select the direction. So this upward direction can be your y direction, then the distance like this, check like this. Okay, apply, then x direction reference will be this one, and this can be your suppose 200 mm offset. So like this your pipeline is created. Okay, if somewhere is required, like you can go with this 2-point oblique port, or like the branch option is available here, the connect option is available here. Suppose if you want simply want to connect two pipeline with each other, then you can use this particular connect option. If you want to connect one pipeline with the another pipeline, then this branch option you can use. Then there are several options are available to create different type of pipeline. Like suppose uh, you have already created a pipeline, now you want to follow the new pipeline with the previous pipeline. So for that, the options are available here. Either you can go with this like follow pipe. Suppose if your assembly is already having some curve, some axis, suppose some sketches you have create inside your assembly, so you can use all these things to create your pipeline. So suppose you can go with this like model option, select your plane, you can go with this sketch and you can simply create one sketch. Then you can use that particular sketch to create the pipeline. So for that, you can use this particular follow sketch option. If suppose you have placed some clips here to hold your pipeline, you have placed some clips and you want your pipe should be passed on through the axis of that particular clip. So for that, you can use this follow axis option. If suppose inside your assembly you are having some 3D sketches, suppose first you have created some points, then by using all those points, suppose you have created these 3D curves. So now you can use these 3D curves also by using this particular follow curve option, right? If you want to edit your segment, then the option is available here. If you want to create some breakpoints, so for that, the options are available here. Suppose at some time you have done some mistake, you want to delete the last segment. So for that, the options are available here. So with the sake of time, I'm only explaining all these things. In the next training session, I will also try to cover all these points. But now I will also try to show you some fabrications or some pipe check rules. So if I'm clicking on this pipe check rules, so here you will find the several options are available. So suppose if your pipeline has missing some fitting, so for that, these are available inside this particular missing fitting option. Suppose somewhere you are violating some rules. Suppose I am violating this maximum segment rule, so it is simply showing at 2 point I am violating this particular rule. Also at which pipeline I am violating this particular rule. So all these options are available here. If I am violating any band, if I am violating any branch design rule, so all these things will be available here. Then you will also having one piping information button, which is available here. If I'm going to click this piping info button, so it will simply show me some reports for these pipelines. Okay, so suppose if I'm clicking here, so you will find the several options are available here. Now, suppose if I want to check the length of this particular pipeline. Okay, so for that, I will simply go with this length button, which is available here. It is asking you for like choose your pipeline. So all these names are available here, like the main two or the mid two. I will simply select this particular pipeline, go with this done. And if I'm clicking on this info button, so now you can notice that the total length of this particular, first you can see your pipeline name, then the total length, then from where to where. So all this information is available. If you want to place this particular information into your drawing, so that is also possible. In a while, I will show you how can we place all this information into my drawing. Now, suppose if I want to check the band machine, because this particular pipeline is having some bands now. So if I want to check the bands information, so for that, I will simply select this band machine. I have to select this segment. And if I'm going to click this info button, so you can check all this band information is available here. Like what is the offset distance, what is the twisting angle, what is the band angle, what is the band radius which is available. So all the information is available here. You can note it down like current or band radius is showing as like 50 mm. So I will show you if I modify this particular band radius, then how can it will going to affect here. So suppose what I will do, I want to change the band radius at this particular point at here. Okay, so what I will do, I will go with this modify, select this particular corner, go with OK. Now current band radius is at 50. Suppose I'm going to change from 50 to 80. Okay, I'm selecting the 80 from here. Please notice here I'm going to apply. So you can change, you can see your band radius is changed. I can click on this cancel. And again from this piping info, go with this band machine option, select this particular pipe segment. Oh, sorry, select this particular pipe segment. And if I'm going with info, you can notice your this band radius is modified. Right? I can Close now. Now, if you want to place this particular information into your drawing in the form of some tables, so for that, you can click on this designate for report setup. You can provide some suitable name. Suppose I'm keeping it as band machine, and I can simply save this one. The another option which is available here, that is our band location. So I will go with this band location. This band location simply show me the different location with the respect to X, Y, and Z coordinate systems. So I will simply select this particular segment. Then it will ask me for select the coordinate system. So what I will do, I will simply select this particular coordinate system as a reference, right? Then if I clicking on the information, you can see with the respect to that particular coordinate system, it will provide me the offset distance and the band angle and the band radius. So what I will do, I will also save this particular one. So select the designate for report setup, provide some name. Like this, and I can save this particular one. So I will simply save these two tables. Then I can hit the close. Now, one more beautiful command which is available here, that is our pipe solid. As you can see, currently I have not solidified these pipes. Currently, I have only created the pipeline. However, I can show the thick pipe from here, but it is only for the temporary basis. If I permanently want to create the solid pipes, so first I have route all these pipelines, which I have already done. Now to solidify all these things, I can click on this pipe solid button. Then I can select my pipeline segment from here, and I can click on this make button. Now you can notice that this pipeline is solidified, and now I can hit on close. If you want to solidify this particular pipeline also, so for that you can simply activate this particular subassembly, right? And then you can go with this pipe solid button. Okay, currently I am only working with this particular subassembly, so only it is available here. Okay, now suppose if I want to open this particular subassembly, so for that I can select that from here, go with open button. So you can notice that my beautiful 3D pipe is available here. Right? If you want to apply some colors and all these things to your pipeline, so that is also very much possible. Go with appearance, select your assembly, and like this, you can apply different type of colors. Okay, for my drawing presentation, what I will do, I will also try to create one isometric view for this particular one. So that is already created here. I can only save this particular isometric view. Right now, suppose I want to create the drawing for this particular pipeline, then I will also show you how can we apply those tables which we have created during the pipeline. So for to create the assembly, I will go with this new drawing, enter my drawing name here. Then okay, then I can simply choose my drawing format. So suppose I am having my own drawing format which is available here. So you can see this is my drawing format which is available here. Now to place the view, the several options are available here. So simply I can place the view like this, go with this ISO. If I want, I can go with this shaded with edges option also there. Okay, so suppose I am working with the like this. Can simply increase this scale size. Okay, so like this, my pipeline is available here. Now I simply want to show all those tables which I have created. So to showing the table, I will simply go with this table button and the table from file. So the template tables are already available with me. I can simply go with that particular folder. So I will go with this pipe folder. Then the band location table is there. I can simply select that and apply. So you can see this is the band location table is available here. Only I have to set this column width. Yeah, so now it seems good. So this is the band location table is available here. You can see all these 4 points are available here. Then the pipe name, then the band angle, band radius. And here is the information with respect to that particular coordinate system, which I have selected, right? Then suppose some more tables if I want to place. So again, I can go with this particular folder, select this band table option, which is available here. And here I can apply this particular band table. So as you can see, all these 3 bands which are shown here. So all these offset distances, twist angle, band radius. So all this information is available here. And then the third table will be for your stock length table. So I can simply place that stock length table. So I have used two stock lengths. One is your MS 150, second one is your MS 100. So the total length of these two stock lengths, which is shown here. So with using this particular table, you can cross check with your stock department also, like boss, suppose for this 100 diameter of pipe, I need around uh, 2763 of length, or like around 3 meter of length. For this MS 150, suppose I need 1 meter of total length. So like this, you can cross check with your store department also. So like this, you can place your views, you can create your tables. Okay, so I'm going back with my presentation again. Yeah. So with the sake of time, now I will quickly summarize this today's trainings. Okay. So as we have seen, this Creo specific piping module is simply automates your 3D pipe routings. Okay. Then it will also provide you the concurrent design and routing of the pipe systems within your assembly environment. There is no need to go out from the assembly environment. Then you have to create some pipes and all these things. There is no need to import and export your assemblies. Okay. So inside your assembly environment on the fly, you are able to create your pipes. So it simply reduce your time to market. Okay, then as I have also shown you that pipe checking rules. So these things basically help you to early detection and optimization of your pipeline also. Then it will also provide you the interference checking functionalities. So you can simply reduce or eliminate your dependency on the physical prototypes. So it can simply reduce your product development cost also. Also, this particular module will help you to provide or to produce the high quality service documentation. As I have shown you, those tables are automatically available. And then also help you to accurately deliver your manufacturing deliverables, and also it will simply reduce your aftermarket service cost. So it simply lower down your life cycle cost. So this is the piping module which is available with this Creo Parametric. So every Creo Parametric user is having this particular license. So I'm simply requesting you all guys, try to create a different type of pipes, either it is or rigid pipe, or like either it is or flexible pipe. If you guys is having any doubt, or if you want to keep some more information, if you want to like recording of for this particular webinar also, you can separately ping me, or you can connect with my team. Okay, we are happy to help you. So if you are having any questions, so you can ask, or you can drop into that chat box. I will try to answer all of these things. Yeah, okay. So thank you so much, team. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good day. Thank you.